Alright guys, it's Benny2595 and welcome to M.O.A.B Mondays. This is actually going to be uploaded on the Monday, contrary to what happened last week. Yeah, last week was shit. I had a crap week in terms of keeping to my sort of upload schedule. I think I uploaded the M.O.A.B, well, I can't remember exactly the day, that's how bad it is. The M.O.A.B Mondays episode for last week wasn't uploaded on the Monday. The Face Off Fridays episode was, I think, uploaded on the Saturday. And the sort of worst sort of facepalm moment was the very first episode of my new series that I started was actually uploaded today, and that was the Shoutout Sundays. So, you know, you would have thought that I'd keep to sort of punctuality when it comes to starting at the start of a new series, and hopefully you've seen that. The link will be in the description. It's a dual commentary in which I sort of give my shout out to, I don't know, my subscribers, friends, trying my best to help other people out. I know I said I think it was my Face Off Fridays episode, the reason I've started it now and not earlier is in fact, I still think this, but I just thought I'd get on with it. I don't think my channel size justifies giving sort of a shout-out series, but I don't know, I just like helping people out. If I end up gaining, or helping, should I say, helping the channel gain a sub or two from doing it, then I feel like I've done something, and I just like networking and helping channels out as best I can. So, last thing I'll say about that, because I've got quite a few things I just want to briefly cover in this commentary. Last thing I will say is, if you want to actually star in that sort of shout-out series, then, you know, send me a message, private message on YouTube. Twitter is a really good place to contact me, or to even remind me that you've sent me a message on YouTube. Or the other way is to actually go to the shout-out series episodes and post a comment, and I'll sort of get back to you. I'm not going to lie, there's going to be I've already got a list of a few guys that I want to cover, and it is a matter of preference. I just want to get a certain set number of guys out of the way. But again, I want to help guys, so don't hesitate if you want to, star in it and you think, oh, you'll not know me or whatever. I mean, I remember actually telling Krakoon this, actually. I've got email notifications, so I've got an email for every single person. I think it's like 260. Is it 2 or 3 subs that I'm on at the minute to do this video? So every single person that subscribed to me, I've got an email letting me know of the exact date that they subscribed to me. I mean, and I'm never going to delete them. I've never deleted them. That's so sort of sad. And I care. I'm not going to lie, I care. But that's how sad I am, because I love you. And the commentary's gone gay. So moving swiftly on. Yeah, so in terms of Shoutout Sundays, that's all I need to say on that. If you haven't seen the video already, and it's understandable because this should be the second upload of the day, so please go check it out. Link will be in the description. Anyway, enough of that. But the gameplay, as you can probably tell, this is a P90 gameplay, and it's with a red dot. The reason being it's with a red dot is, I know, I think it's like Green Goblin and iTemp or Rich sort of swear by the rapid fire and silencer sort of combination, but for some reason in my hands it wasn't working out, so I went through a bit of a period using the red dot, and I came very close to getting a few M.O.A.Bs, and this is the very first M.O.A.B that I ever got on Sanctuary. I think I've had 3 or 4 to date, and the remaining 3 or 4 M.O.A.Bs, I'm planning on actually doing another starting a new series. And I was asking a mate, Tom, am I correct in thinking there's like a well-known term, I don't know if it's an American thing or it's related to an American TV show like Saturday Night Live? I'm sure it is. I'm going to go on a whim now and say David Letterman. Have I just made a fool of myself? I might have made a fool of myself, apologies. But yeah, I'm thinking of doing, for Saturday, actual live commentary uploads of M.O.A.Bs, where I'm playing with a few guys, and it's just the actual live commentary, trying to get a bit of banter going. And the reason being is I've got about around 10, so it would sort of set me in good stead for about 10 weeks. And I've got sort of, as I said, 3 or 4 other Sanctuary M.O.A.Bs with live recordings of myself and the actual game, so I'm thinking of saving those for that. And speaking of those gameplays as well, they're much more rushing than this. The reason I wanted to bring you this gameplay is because this is the very first sort of M.O.A.B I got on this map, and the reason I'm bringing you again is, in a way, giving you tips and a bit of advice, is the area that I've pretty much been holding down the whole time near this B. In a way, in a sense, spawn trapping the enemy at B, it's easily, you can replicate it. That's why I want to bring you this, because there's people, I never say I'm an amazing player, because I'm not, I'm clearly not, but you can easily reproduce this style of play that I'm actually sort of demonstrating for you guys now. So if you are struggling on getting a M.O.A.B on this map, just follow what I'm doing. I mean, it doesn't take much skill, or at least in my opinion, it doesn't take much skill. And sort of, that's what I intended on doing with this MOAB series, is to sort of help guys out who are struggling on getting MOABs on certain maps. Because I went through that phase, and then I started watching some guys and trying to replicate their gameplay, and I'm not going to lie, people like Fearcrads, people like, let me think, ooh, no, I'll just say Fearcrads because that'll tie onto something I'll say right at the end of the video. People like Fearcrads, if you were to watch a Fearcrads video and then think, wow, I'm going to do that, then you try and replicate it, more than likely you'll get shit on. You'll get a massive turd on your face, because, you know, he, for instance, Mike, is skilled at the style of play that he has. It's based very much on map knowledge and highly based on reaction speed and accuracy, and not many people can replicate that. So you have to find what best suits you in your sort of skill set. And in this, it's, you know, you could say it's camping, but again, that's not. I'm trying my best to bring you guys sort of a few tips, techniques that will enable you to sort of reproduce the sort of degree of game skill required to get a MOAB in a similar fashion. At the end of that's what it's about, guys. Trying to help guys, as I just get the MOAB there, trying to help guys who are struggling get MOABs, you know, so that's the sort of aim. And what I want to briefly say about that is, if you're to watch my black box gameplay, holding down construction is a perfect example of that. As I just, this annoys me, when you die just as you get your MOAB when you called it in, facepalm. And the other example is Krakoon, who sort of came up with, well, between me and him and a few other lads, Krakoon came up with holding down air spawn, or the air flag, as my voice went a bit gear, holding down the air flag on, as it did it again, oh my god, on Overwatch. So again, it's just making gameplay, you know, helping guys who are struggling do better, as the lag shits on me. The last thing I'll sort of end with, before I say very briefly about that previous comment about where I stalled about Fearcrads. This reason I'm bringing you this is as well is I didn't have enough time. Oh my god, I didn't have enough time to talk about it. As you can tell, by the time I called the MOAB in, it was pretty much tied. And the reason I wanted to bring you this as well is I wanted to give you a bit of a rant video about teammates. And what I'm thinking of doing is, because I've run out of time, is bringing you that on another game where I get a MOAB on lockdown and we end up losing the game. And that's, in fact, no, I'll do that because that's a primary example of what pisses me off about teammates, because literally we are winning by a massive margin and literally the enemy's back out, so there's literally one guy on the enemy team and we still end up losing. Well, my point is, I was playing defensively, very defensively in fact, to try and get the MOAB, and then as soon as I got the MOAB, I was going all out gun-ho to finish with a win, because it annoys me when you get a gameplay like a MOAB, for instance, and you lose, because it's like the taboo thing to post the MOAB gameplay when your team's lost. It's like it's a no-go, you just don't do it. But I wanted to do this because initially I wanted to bring you commentary about teammates, and I fucked up because I ran out of time. But yeah, I'll have to bring you that another time, guys. The Fearcrads comment, very briefly on that, I'll be doing a very, very, very important video in the coming week or so, and I'm actually going to leave you on that cliffhanger. I'm not going to tell you what it's about, but it related to... Yeah, I know, I'm not going to tell you what it's about, but hopefully, I'm hoping it'll go viral. That's all I'll say. And DLC is released tomorrow, so I'm going to sweat it and try and get some MOABs on the 3 new maps, Terminal, Offshore, and Decommission. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the commentary. Sorry it messed up a bit. I'm sorry. I'm trying to improve in terms of getting my content sort of more condensed and to the point, as I seem to be contradicting what I've just said. Apologies, guys. Thanks for watching. This was Plenty2595 for the motherfucking win. Peace soup.